Welcome back to Farming Life and the World Anime Review, Episode 3. Here we're discussing episodes 7 and 8. We're in just a few characters this time, not many. What happens, of course, these two episodes, you might ask? Well, in the case of the first episode, we are introduced basically to the Beastmen. Yep. Yeah, 7 is basically, it's all about hospitality, and, this is like the very next thing, so as a response of a Cobra Khan mayor, he gets visitors. First, from the Demon Kingdom, Basil comes by, and just they start a trade agreement, and of course pay 10% of the harvest, but they make some things, and he agrees to it, and hands off the king. And of course, then the nearby drag comes by, is like offers some wine, and comes down in human form, which is basically a polite gentleman. And then, of course, when we had the Beastmen show up because they provide a gift, they, of course, provide the guest house, obviously. This is where the guest house comes in. I believe the Beastmen are the first occupants of it. And because they offer a gift, they're kind of locked in the room. So they want to start a trade agreement with, of course, the Great Tree Village, which, of course, Hikaru agrees to. No problem. They exchange certain items, which something they definitely use. And that's that. Really good exchange there. And it's like, okay, we'll send some people to live here. So this is where we have debut of Shuna. Yes. 7 is basically her debut appearance. Yes. Shuna is basically, this is her debut. Yeah. Excuse me. Sina. Yeah, Sina. Very beautiful girl. This could be a beast woman. She's voiced by Kat Thomas. Kat Thomas. I have reviewed a handful of series, basically, with her as a voice actor. She's the voice of Weenie from Is It Wrong? Typical Girls in a Dungeon. Love this character. And she's also been in a couple of anime I've watched. One is The Executioner Way of Life. She's the voice of Momo. I believe this is like the Executioner, I believe it is. Yes. And you might think, was there like anybody else? Aside from those two, aside from those two, there's like nobody else. Yep. Yeah. And of course, Kat Thomas herself does an actually really good job. Here's the thing about Kat Thomas. Kat Thomas was born in 1997. So she's probably currently the youngest voice actor I've seen. She's probably younger than Justin Benner, who's probably, I think he's about 30 now. She's not even 30 yet. She's like, I don't know, like about like 25. Yeah, she's quite young, but she does a really good job voicing this very young character. Okay, they want to send 20 girls to the village because they're surrounded by a bunch of gorgeous women. It's like, okay, but send a couple lads. It says 3 little boys. It's fine. So, then, of course, the very next episode, we get introduced to the dwarves. Yes, led by Donovan. Excuse me. Yeah, mostly put for him. He basically develops the alcohol department. Like, it basically, because they want some alcohol. Because they're like, okay, we need some currency. Can't give away that easily. Like, that's no issue. We'll exchange that for you. We'll take that. We'll trade you that for our technology. Because they research how to make alcohol. And Hikaru's like, okay. And they agree to stay in the village. And of course, he has a sort of polite conversation with him at a party later on where you're like, what kind of girl is he fancy? Of course, he mentioned something about a beard. But he's like, he's a little bit young for me, but because basically this is the only adult guy he actually has met who actually can have a conversation with who lives in the village. Really fun here. And then, of course, also in this very same episode, get this. So, basically, guys, it's become a gag ever since his debut where the nearby dragon, Darum, he keeps coming by for the alcohol. Yep, keeps coming by for the alcohol. And it gets to the point where 2 of the dragons showed up. And, of course, basically, protect the village, throws a spear at one of them, who turns out to be his wife. And the reason why she died because of Spider, who's a friend of hers. I'm like, okay. Interesting. I did not really expect that. Oh, by the way, the wife's name is Gerfelin, and she's voiced by Shelley Colleen Black. Yes, who I've seen her in several different series. You might be thinking, which one? She was in Rosario Plus Vampires, Ruriko Kagome, the class teacher. Yep, the main character. And she's also Alice Wyson from Is the Rancho Goes Dungeon. Even she was in the spin-off, so basically that makes about 3 right there. And she was in Execution Way of Life, or she's the Archbishop Artwell. This is a woman. Okay, so this is actually the 5th anime I come across her. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh yeah, she was also in the Fairy Tail movie. Phoenix Princess was the first one they did. But yeah, and her daughter, who actually ends up saving the village, Les Temen, and she's voiced by Donna Bella Loton. Yeah, I'm not overly familiar with this one. Let's see. Aside from this series, this is the only series I've seen her in, sadly. Oh, wait, she was actually in This One Goes On. Interesting. She's Alice Lovell. Interesting. So, only the second one. Okay. Interesting. She ends up basically saving the village at her mother's suggestion to, well, to basically, well, and she becomes basically the one who has diplomatic relations, obviously, and she debuts in episode 8. Overall, really good character. Yep. And last but not least, we have reintroduction to episode 8 to Ferrum, Basil's daughter. Or she basically wanted to spy in the village. Yeah, in case you were curious though, my foot was itching. So just the states of the village, and well, because of course she's from Demon World, the Demon Realm, and they're like very nervous about this village. They just popped up out of nowhere. And of course, none of them know the fact that he's not originally from this world. Still, at this point in time, but 2 really good episodes. I really enjoyed it. All right, so next up, a comic corner. I wanted to come a little bit earlier, but the last video went 30 minutes, so I wanted to rest my voice. So now we're going to talk about something quite interesting. Batman Beyond. Yep, next video. Bye.